So let's start with this. I'd like to get the hood off so we can shed some light in here, see what we got to do with the different wiring and stuff. I plan on totally rewiring the whole truck, so I'm not worried about any of this stuff. Biggest challenge will be getting the steering column cut loose so we can get the cab off. Not really the biggest challenge, but a challenge. And then you can see all this wiring here. That's all gotta go. I thought about trying to see if I could make it run, but it's locked up. It's not gonna run, and I'm not gonna invest the time in messing with this thing when it's locked up. If it would turn over, we'd probably see if we could get it running. But as you can see, when I pull on that belt, it doesn't move at all. I even put it in gear and dragged it around the yard a little bit before I pulled it in. It's not going to happen. It does have a nice little chrome air cleaner on it right there. I don't think I'm going to get rid of the engine because I've got another truck around here with what looks to be the same engine. So we might find some parts or scab something together. But this is where we're at right now. So the first thing I want to do is get this hood off. This side over here has got the old Bluetooth spring. See, that tab's broke off, and there's a nice little hole right there where it's supposed to go. So we'll be welding that back up and fixing it, seeing what we got to do to get the hinge put back on, or the spring, I guess. Well, I was right the first time. Why didn't you guys tell me? Let that set right down on there. I can see these bolts, they're kind of shouldered a little bit. The hood hinge goes in there, and then that tightens into the hood, and it just pivots on this part right here. All I'm going to do is take these bolts out, gently let that hood set on the cowl, and then we'll remove it. Thought that one was going to fight us, but it didn't. What you didn't see was about 2 weeks ago I sprayed Croil all over those on the back side and everywhere, just for such the occasion that I went to take the bolts off of it and they wouldn't come off. The only other thing I'm going to do here is take this spring off of this side. Smoky. All right, so now take this little hood prop out right over there. Let this hood down. And now that adds a lot of light to the subject. There's the hood over there. Now we can get in here and get a better look at what's going on. But I will take those parts off the dash or off the firewall there and throw them in a box somewhere and maybe use them, maybe have them around. I don't know. What I'm saying is they're no good to me and I'll never use them. Go ahead and pull the radiator out of it. Four bolts out of it, it can slide right out of there, just like that. Really good enough to keep cool the engine that we're going to put in this truck. So we're going to take it outside and throw it in the Advanced Design old radiator pile. Tomorrow, of course, not today. And that is the plan. I want to make it safe. We want to make it safe. We want to make it drive, stop, run, reliable, all those things. And I want it to look cool. But I'm just not going to put all the time and effort and money into restoring this truck at this time. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. I like the idea of it. And I don't want to hurt that, kill it, kill the look, kill the vibe by trying to do a full-on restoration. Plus, the goal, there's been a goal set for this truck that we're going to take it to the Smoky Mountain Nationals in May next year in 2025. So what's that give us, like 8 months? That's not a lot of time. I mean, it is if you're some big shop that can pump it out and don't have a day job and all those kind of things, but that's just not reality here. So that's the plan. We're just going to patch, fix what we have to, and make it right and safe, but at the same time keep the rust, keep the patina look to it if we can. I'd like to preserve the patinaed look. I know some of it's not that great, but it is what it is. So I think our next step's going to be, we're going to jack this unit up, probably pull the front wheels off of it and see what it's going to take to get the fenders pulled loose. All right, now for the safety brigade out there, go ahead and throw the jack stands under it. Yeah, that looks good. Give it the old wiggle. Nope, looks good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is get these tires off so we can get up in there and see what's going on in them inner fenders, because that looks pretty bad to me. Four wouldn't have held it, six never would. Get that guy out of the way. Take extra care of Miss Tina's dog dish. Hubcap. She won't want that. Now, if you have a little look under here, you'll see what you get on the floor from beating and banging on this junk in its rusted state. A little better look of the frame, inner fenders, a little bit of cancer down there, but not as bad as it could be. I've seen a lot worse, I guess that's what I'm saying. So I think what we're going to do right now is find us a broom. We got one around here somewhere. And we'll sweep that stuff out of the way a little bit. And that'll be nicer for sitting on the floor. Here's the broom hiding right over here. And don't nobody tell my wife you seen me sweeping. I told her I didn't know how. That's alright. She's a pretty good woman when she's asleep. Alright, so let's see what we got down here. Looks like some pretty crusty bolts. Oh, there's the inside of the cab. Can you see that in there? Yeah. See, this piece here is going to have to... heater duct there. You can see here This is pretty sloppy. So I think the first thing we're going to do is give us a little gander piss and spray on them bolts and see if we can get them to come out. I don't have high hopes, but minimal hopes. Minimal, we'll call it that. Just see if we can get them out. Looks like we don't have to pull that one, it's already Bluetooth. Put those three there. Alright, so I don't have high hopes of these bolts coming out. But I do have high hopes that they're going to break off. Like that. And that's okay. That might be too far gone for now. Try a little angle on the dangle. Oh. Turn. I mean, it's not even holding anything. That's so nice. But we knew what we were getting into. Plus, broken bolts are all the new rage. Last one. Of course it broke off. That's all right. All right, so here's the next two bolts we're gonna mess with. This is what holds the core support up here to the frame. These two bolts down here. Go ahead and hit them with the blaster. You guys ever seen this? Wow. You put that on full shoot. Look at that. Shoot all the way to the back tire. That's a little excessive. We can get closer. Alright, so now we need to get us some more tools. A couple of wrenches. Another socket. Then we're going to come down here. I think we got one more socket over here. Yes, we do. I'm going to assume, and in the same fashion, these bolts are going to break off. May not. And that one ain't. See what this side does. Ooh, that's some gravel. By golly, that one's gonna come out too. Let's put a little heat on there. No. Holy crap, I never in a million years thought them would come out. And there we have it. She's loose. Can you see that? Moving all the way back there, all the way up here. And look, we even got us some gravel here. In our rust hole. That's pretty fun. Here's where we're at with this. We got loosage. See that? We got loosage over here. We got loosage over here. Well, maybe. Oh, it's that kick panel. Must be that hucky puck they put on that kick panel. But I'm pretty happy with this. That old license plate again. We gotta get that baby off there and pound it back flat. You might think it won, but it didn't. She is loose. And that is nice. What we got over here? Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's a little flimsy there. Now you can kind of see what I was talking about. How that body keeps flexing. Alright. Alright guys, so I think for tonight we're going to end it right here. I'm going to have to get a hand getting this thing pulled off, sat off. But hey, good couple hours in the shop tonight. Got some progress on getting the old truck apart. And I know all we did tonight was really just tear the shit out of this truck. But I want to encourage anybody that could be watching this. If you have a project, you're thinking about a project, you can follow along. You can see different ways of doing it. I don't think there's really a right or wrong way to tear something apart. I mean, we're trying to get down and see where we're at, what we got to replace, things like that. There's no, you know, what I'm saying is anybody, and I mean anybody, can do this stuff. Find you a project, set you a goal, save some money, you know, and just do it and go out there and work on it. And that's how you get her finished.